Here we go. We're going to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? It's Dan from Atlas Lens Co. Happy Telecast Tuesday. We have fantastic technical production from B today, and I'm joined by my lovely wife, Sharon.
Hi,
Here we
guys.
are at Atlas Lens Co. headquarters in Glendale, California. If you're joining us for the first time, we do this every Tuesday, typically sometime between 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 11:45 Pacific Standard Time. And we'll go for about 20 to 30 minutes, give or take. And then every Wednesday we do an open house event called Wednesday Lens Day here in our Glendale, California headquarters, which is open from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. There's free coffee, there's free crepes. I like to call it cameras, coffee, crepes, and lenses, and you. So hopefully we'll be seeing you here one of these Wednesdays. And feel free to bring your own lenses, your own cameras. You can test all of our lenses. We have a fantastic anamorphic history museum. And today our key topic is Atlas lenses, anamorphic lenses on two new cameras. We have Fujifilm GFX 102, and we have the brand new Blackmagic cinema camera 6K. You thought I was going to say pocket, didn't you? Well, it's only going to go in your pocket if you have Janko jeans. So be sure to check your closet, find your Jankos, bring them out, and you can probably bring two Blackmagic cinema camera 6Ks. So it's pretty exciting to see how far both of these camera companies have gone in terms of offering new technology, making things more accessible, making cinematography more versatile for a new generation of filmmakers, and supporting anamorphic lenses like our new Mercury series lenses, which we just started shipping last week, and our Orion series. And we have a brand new Orion series focal length, the 28mm T2, available and shipping now. The 28mm is $9,995, available and shipping now. Mercuries are open for pre-order for Group 1, which are 36, 42, and 72, and we've just slowly begun shipping. They've been open on pre-order for about a year. It's taking a little longer than we expected to get those out and going to people, but quality is our #1 priority. So please have patience with us. We're excited for you to get your hands on your Mercury series. Feel free to email info@atlaslensco.com and talk to your Atlas sales rep if you're curious about when your order might ship. We probably will not have very detailed information about when your order is going to ship, but we're shipping handfuls of sets per week, which is really exciting news. I mean, you remember how stressed I was last year when we were just announcing the
Yes.
lenses, knowing that it's going to take us 9 months, maybe a year to even start shipping. But it's been a great journey. The lenses really speak for themselves. They're beautiful. And you're looking at us now through a 36mm on a Sony Venice. Wish it was a Sony Burano. Sony, where are you? You didn't loan us a brand new Burano to put up against the GFX 102, the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K, but maybe next week we'll be seeing you here, Sony. Hope so, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So how's your day going?
Good. Thanks
Good.
for having me here again.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, you know. It's like a different world here when we come into the Atlas headquarters, right, compared to home life and life with the kids, which is also beautiful and fantastic, but just a different kind of crazy here, right?
Different kind of crazy, yes. Good crazy.
It is good.
It's nice to see that 36.
Yeah, you haven't really gotten to play with that one yet.
Uh-huh.
You have to spend some more time at a Wednesday Lens Day.
I know a lot of people love the 42. That's like the lens that a lot of people say they're going to take it to the deserted
desert island.
island. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But the
What about
36 is
desert
pretty cool.
island?
Desert island.
If you could have a dessert on any island, what would you bring to the island?
Oh, that's a tough one. I do love a creme brulee.
Creme brulee?
Yeah.
Regular
What's your
creme brulee or
favorite?
with blueberries on top?
Oh, of course, it's got to have blueberries and raspberry.
I think if I could just have one dessert, it would be Ghirardelli's chocolate ice cream with the chocolate fudge on top. So I really like the Ghirardelli's chocolate ice cream, if you can't tell.
At
But that's like,
Disneyland.
Yeah, especially the Disneyland one. It's at California Adventure. I'm more of a Disneyland Classic person than a California Adventure person, but the ice cream is better in California Adventure because it's Ghirardelli's. So
Yeah, it's good to know.
if there's any Imagineers out there or anyone at the Disney parks listening, if you can put a Ghirardelli ice cream inside the Classic Park, then you've got your bases covered with me.
It's true.
So yeah, let's talk these new cameras. You've used the GFX 100 the first, and I've heard that they like to call this one the GFX 100 the second, which is cute because it sounds kind of like royalty. And I would say in many ways this is basically royalty in the world of mirrorless cameras that can shoot movies. What do you think?
Yeah.
It has a 44 by 33 image area on the sensor, and the autofocus is improved if you're using autofocus lenses from Fujifilm. You can also adapt even Canon EF lenses with autofocus to it with like a focal expander. And you can, some of those lenses will even cover that 44 by 33 sensor, even though it's not, those lenses are not designed for it. And that's something I personally really like, is like seeing lenses working outside of their design format. And that's a case that we have here because the Mercury series lenses are designed for a full frame sensor, but we're actually able to cover most of that 44 by 33 medium format imagery area, which gives you a really unique look. You get more fall off out towards the edges. And the same is true if you're using like a Canon 85mm f1.2L series on this lens, so on this camera I should say. So what, you know, in your experience using the GFX 102 to shoot those campaign photos for that one theme park that we can't mention on the stream, what are some of your favorite things about the first GFX 100, and what are some questions you would ask about this one?
I think the first one was amazing how much, like, we didn't even bring lights, to be honest. We just used available light, and so we were able to move really quickly into the spaces that were a little bit tight, and we were on a time crunch. And in post, when I got back home and looked at it, I can zoom right in there, and it was just so detailed. There's so much information.
Very high
in there.
resolution. We're able to do long exposures, so to your point, we didn't have to illuminate the space. We were able to use the environmental lighting, but do a long exposure and still maintain high resolution with almost no noise. And if you're out there with questions about the GFX 100 II or the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K and Atlas lenses of any kind, type them in the comments, whether you're on YouTube Live or Instagram Live. I'm getting those feed questions in now. And one of the questions I see is, did the Mercury lenses start shipping now? Yes, the Mercury lenses have started shipping. Is your order going to ship? If you didn't get an email from one of our sales representatives, unfortunately your order is not yet ready for allocation, but please have patience, bear with us, and they will start rolling out. They're only shipping in handfuls per week, handfuls of sets per week. So it's going to take a little while to roll up production volume to, you know, hundreds of sets per week. Right now we're only in the handfuls per week stage, so please be patient. We're focused on quality over quantity. We like to say it's like the slow food movement, right?
Absolutely.
Quality over quantity.
Right.
And if you have patience, eventually those orders will start getting to you. Check with your local rental house. Maybe they've received their set, but that many haven't shipped in the world, and that many will not yet start shipping for a little while. So we do appreciate your patience. We don't want to give you false hope that, you know, your order number 2000, that your order is going to ship next week. I'm sorry to say, it's not going to ship next week. So
But it's coming.
just, it is coming.
Definitely.
It's not going anywhere. It's going to eventually come. So hold on tight. If you got in on that pre-order discount, you're never going to see pricing like that again for those first 3 Group 1 lenses. So please bear with us, and we do appreciate your patience. We're excited to get you your Mercury lenses, so hang in there. So yeah, GFX 100.
And then the GFX, this 2, I got to use it for its video capabilities.
Oh, that's
we
right.
did a little interview in-house here.
You were working with Miette for our Filmed on Atlas series, where we
Yeah.
interview cinematographers who've used our lenses in a variety of different filming conditions, and you know, we get to hear their stories from the field, right?
Yeah. was a great little camera for interviews. I think we started at 8K and then we realized for what we're doing, the 4K actually worked much better for us. Otherwise, it's a great little camera. Did you see the piece that Michael did where he was like, this is the GFX 101, GFX 102? And it was like so much smaller.
That reminded me of Wayne's World.
It was really cute.
You know, when he's like camera 1, camera 2?
Yeah.
I think that's what he was going for. Maybe I'll have to ask Michael from
Yeah.
Fujifilm.
But you can see the size difference, definitely.
If you're a Wayne's World or Wayne's World 2 fan, drop comments below. Let us know if you like Wayne's World and you think that there needs to be a third Wayne's World film. Personally, I do. I'd go see that in the theater. Wayne's World 3, I'm all in.
Sure, why not?
So the other camera we're looking at today is the new Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K. And this is exciting because it's the first Blackmagic camera with a 36mm by 24mm 3:2 aspect ratio sensor. We saw some of the fantastic test footage from John Brawley, ACS. Took some of the Orion and Mercury series lenses out to the desert to Club Ed. If you're a Los Angelino and you film out here, you probably know Club Ed, which is out in the Palm Desert area, which is that really cool standing set that's been there for years and years. It's a gas station. And John and his team got some really nice cinematic footage with this new camera, and both our lenses and some other really great spherical lenses.
Yeah,
So it was nice to see the open gate footage with spherical lenses, like showing the full sensor area in 3:2 aspect ratio. Because you know we're so used to seeing like 16:9 or widescreen. When we get to see like a 3:2 or 4:3 deliverable, that's almost a new experience again. So it's kind of cool to have like different format experiences as we continue filming and seeing stuff. So really neat. And I like the giant flip screen on this. Do you?
Yeah, yeah. I almost feel like you might not even need another monitor, maybe.
I think you could definitely get away with using just the one onboard monitor, but anyone from Blackmagic, if you're listening, please put in granular anamorphic DSqueeze settings. So right now we're looking at the new 28mm T2 Orion. We're in the 2x anamorphic squeeze mode for a 240 deliverable, and you're looking at Sharon through that Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K right now. And there's no easy way of getting a 1.5 squeeze without using an external monitor in the different modes. So we know that they're working on it. Hopefully they roll that out in an upcoming firmware where you can use any recording format with any monitoring DSqueeze mode for granular viewing. Should make it a lot easier to use.
Yeah, that'll be much better, yeah.
But I like the color out of this camera. I think it's quite punchy, but also clean, and a very low noise floor. Having that Blackmagic RAW inboard according to CF Express cards. Both of these cameras use the standard media CF Express, so I'm really happy to see camera companies using a standardized media so that we could use the same cards on different cameras.
Yeah.
Really makes life better. The new Sony Burano also uses CF Express Type B, so that's really exciting to see. Really excited to get my hands on the Burano. I think that's going to be a great match for both the Orion series and the Mercury series lenses. So hopefully in the coming weeks we'll have a stream, and we're definitely going to have some test footage. Be on the lookout later this week and next week. We're going to have test footage from the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K. We already have the GFX 102 test footage on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen it, pop on over to our YouTube, check it out. And I see a great question from one of our longtime viewers, Henry Ortlip. Big fan, Henry, of yours. Thank you for joining the stream. Henry is asking, how much coverage do the Mercuries get on medium format, and what are the best settings on the new Fujifilm camera, etc.? So I would say some of the best settings, it really depends on what your deliverable is. So if you need to deliver 4K or if you need to deliver a higher resolution, personally my favorite mode is going into GF mode, which is the larger format area on the GF 100 Mark II, GFX 100 Mark II. That'll give you more sensor area. But there's a fantastic breakdown on the Fujifilm site. You can also use Phil Holland's great tool, phfx.com/shot prep, to check out how you can compose different image standards using the different modes.
I also just switched this to GF so we can see on stream too.
Okay.
Nice.
So this is the coverage here.
So
Great.
we're looking at GF 16:9 mode or 17:9.
I believe it's 16:9.
So we're looking right now. We're looking at the GF 16:9 mode, we believe,
Yeah, 16:9.
with the Mercury. So yeah, you're getting really good coverage. There's just a little bit of corner darkening over there, and that's in a 2.66:1 deliverable. So this is a Mercury 42. You're getting just a tiny bit of corner darkening in 2.66:1, but that would clean up in a 2.40:1. So you can very easily deliver 2.40:1. And some of our friends and colleagues have used the GF100 to make some narrative content. So Joshua Cabrera and a good friend and director that he works with named Edgar recently shot a short film. We'll be bringing both of them on the stream to discuss that project in the coming weeks. And you'll see that film rolling out on our YouTube and on the Fujifilm YouTube also in the coming weeks. So really excited to do that. And great cinematographer and friend of the brand, Sarah Weldon, also used Mercury series lenses with the GF100 II on a brand film a couple months ago, I think. So we'll probably get Sarah in to come on the stream and hopefully do a film on Atlas with us. So that'll be pretty fun. So yeah, let's see. Are there any other questions coming in? Love to answer any of your questions out there about the new GF100 II, about the Mercury series, about the new 28mm Orion T2 that's shipping and available now, and also the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K. Did you have any thoughts or questions about this camera or this camera?
Well, I'm really excited to try out the Blackmagic for sure, because I'm starting my journey in documentary filmmaking, and I'm always looking for kind of a small form factor that I can kind of like grab and go very quickly. So I'm very excited to, try both.
I think one of the headline news about this camera is that it has a mirrorless camera mount. So it's a Panasonic Leica L mount. So the original L mount alliance is Panasonic, Leica, and Sigma. And so you have those great lenses, but you also can easily adapt that mirrorless mount to something like Canon EF, PL, PV mount, BNCR mount, because it's a nice short flange depth. It's basically universally adaptable. The one downside I would say is that there's no built-in ND filters, but we've had the fortune of using the Mophage Poco L mount to PL mount with a built-in ND cartridge, so you can do variable ND behind the lens, which makes things really
nice.
fast and convenient. So as you were talking about, like documentary filmmaking, where you're out in the field, you're run and gun, you need to be able to adjust your exposure, not just with the aperture, but with some neutral density on the fly. That behind the lens ND filter makes things so fast, so convenient, really easy to use. So check that out, Mophage Poco L mount to PL, and it's a great accompaniment to the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K.
Yeah, I'm interested in the workflow too with the DaVinci Resolve, shooting in Blackmagic RAW. It's probably going to be much easier.
I'm such a
workflow.
Resolve head. Like, I'm literally the world's worst editor, but I love Resolve for color correction and making quick adjustments and exports. You remember my journey with Blackmagic, DaVinci, starting with I think it was version 7.
Yes.
So if you go back on my personal YouTube 13 years ago or something, I was having such a hard time using it at that time because you couldn't even go through sort of a standard process to bin clips. So I was baffled about how to even get clips into the software to grade and then output. So I spent some time figuring it out, and then I made a tutorial on YouTube about how to do just a basic through-flow workflow if you're brand new to the software.
That was really helpful.
It's really great to see the software transform over these last many years. It's just gotten so convenient, so quick to use. And I feel like the new M1 MacBooks just chew through the footage, whether you're doing Red RAW or Blackmagic RAW or Sony XOCN or Arri RAW, cuts through the footage like butter, and transcodes in no time flat. Color correction is a breeze. Really great, convenient tool. It's really my favorite post-production software. Being someone who's more of a camera person, not a post-production person, but I really love Resolve.
Yeah,
Just-
there's even like audio, ways to like enhance the audio. There's a lot of like AI features too that I haven't really looked at, but it's so easy to use compared to the other editing
We should ask
softwares.
Siri. Siri,
Yeah, edit
do
this
some
together.
AI, do some AI research on AI in Blackmagic Resolve for us, please.
Totally, yeah. So I'm really excited because it's full frame, 6K. All of the specs sound really great, so I want to try it out.
Did you do anything for International Cheeseburger Day?
Is that today or was
That
it
was yesterday. That was yesterday. We celebrated a day early, so we had family In-N-Out burgers on Sunday night. So we just got way ahead of the curve and celebrated early, make it easy. But
Yeah.
hopefully everyone out there is enjoying International Cheeseburger Day, no matter where you are in the world. And some of our team just had a fantastic run at Amsterdam.
Oh yeah.
So really excited to hear about everyone out there's reaction. Hope you enjoyed IBC.
Yeah. Did anyone go?
Did
Let
anyone
us
out there
know,
go to
yeah.
IBC? Drop us some comments. Let us know if anyone gave you a hard time at our booth or if you had a great time. And yeah, I don't have too much other to say. I think we're just going to recap just to let everybody know Mercury lenses have started shipping. We're shipping handfuls of sets per week right now. If you haven't received an email from your Atlas rep, check your spam folder. And if you didn't get anything, don't email, because if you didn't get an email, chances are your order is not yet ready for shipping. Just want to keep it positive. You will get an email from your sales rep, and the more that you email asking if you're going to get an email, it's going to slow us down, unfortunately. So if you could just be patient for a little more time, we're shipping handfuls of sets of Mercuries per week. They're going to be getting to you, and your sales rep will contact you a week in advance of when your order is ready to ship. So we're really excited to get those to you, and thank you so much. And hope everyone had a fantastic week. Hope to see you at Wednesday Lens Day here at Atlas HQ in Glendale, California. And if you haven't had a chance to try an Orion Series 28, check it out.
Yeah,
All right.
come tomorrow if you're in the Glendale, Burbank area.
If you're anywhere near Los Angeles, come to
Yeah.
Wednesday Lens Day. You won't regret it.
Can I do a shout out?
Yeah, please. Shout outs. Welcome.
So I just recently joined online filming academy called The Art of Documentary, and it's absolutely amazing, run by Mark Bone and Michael Del Monte. And I actually saw the 36 Mercury on there. They have a module called Cinematic Eye,
Ooh.
and Nick Pilecki, the DP, was using it and kind of teaching you how to, light and how to use camera movements to tell a story. Incredible course for anyone who's interested in filmmaking that you want to do on your own time online. So I just wanted to just mention that, just in case anybody out there is interested in learning more about filmmaking, but like on your own time online.
Shout out Art of Documentary. Shout out Mark Bone.
Nick Pilecki.
Nick Pilecki, of course, and Mark Del Monte.
Yeah,
Mark
Michael
Michael
Del Monte.
Michael Del Monte.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really enjoying everything that I'm learning. Did you want to say anything more about the 36? Did you guys work with Nick to kind of get him a set that was?
Nick and the team at Art of Documentary were working with pre-production set of Mercury lenses for some of the content that they've been creating. So I definitely have to follow up with them and see. I haven't had time to watch any of it yet, but I'm
You're
really
so
excited
busy.
to.
It looked really absolutely beautiful, and everybody was just going bananas looking at
And I know that Nick just shot a
image.
feature on Orion, so I'm
Oh,
really
he
excited to
did?
see how that
Okay.
turned out. I think I saw a few frame grabs that he'd sent over. Really
Yeah.
looks cool. So
Beautiful work. Yeah, very talented. Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad that there's so much resources out there for people either starting out or anyone who's been in the industry a long time. Lots of new tools coming out to kind of support, your vision, what you want to do. Exciting times.
thank you for joining us, and We do this every Tuesday. It's the Atlas Tuesday telecast. Typically anytime from 11 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And every Wednesday here in Glendale, California is Wednesday. So hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Take care.